Hi, this is Bigdogs Porting here, and we're gonna do a quick little video today of two airflow research small block Ford cylinder heads. On the left, we have some out the box AFR 185 Renegade heads. Okay, these are CNC ported. Chambers are CNC ported. Intake and exhaust ports CNC ported. On the right, we have some Bigdogs Stage 2 AFR Enforcer cylinder heads. And we're going to do a quick little comparison that you guys know. Well, both of these cylinder heads are some pretty good cylinder heads. Okay. You have the AFR, the Renegades, they come fully CNC. Both of these cylinder heads, as you see, they have the same exact valve train setup. They have the same valves, and they have the same valve springs and the same keepers. The exact same. Okay. The Renegades come advertised as 185 cc, but when we CC the chamber, it came in at about 188, so it's pretty close. All right, intake runner. The Enforcers, they're advertised at 185 out the box, and when we CC those, we sell a lot of these heads. You know, we sell both of these heads, ported, of course, but the Enforcers out the box, the CC was around. Usually, we get about 183 up to about 187. That's what we usually see. After our stage 2 porting, they're usually around 198, 195, 198 cc, and that's for the stage 2. So these cylinder heads, like I said, they're both good cylinder heads, good quality cylinder heads. We're going to pause it so I can show you guys the flow numbers. Okay, so hold on a second. So you have the flow numbers right here. You have the Renegades. You can see the flow numbers there. They're looking pretty good. On our bench, they topped out at 282 intake, 212 exhaust at 700 thousandths of an inch lift. On the stage 2 Enforcers, on our bench, these particular ones, like I said, we can port different ways. These particular ones topped out at 294, 218 intake exhaust on our bench. When I say we can port different ways, we can port cylinder heads geared towards low to mid lift flow. We can port cylinder heads geared towards mid to high lift flow. We can port cylinder heads, for a overall high lift flow, and that's based off of the intent of the cylinder heads and the camshaft. You got some guys that's running, streetable cams, so you want more low to mid lift flow. Some guys running, nitrous applications, boosted applications. Some guys running, high RPM, high lift applications. So that's going to require different porting techniques. So it's not a one port job fits all with our stage 2. We kind of tailor it to, the application. But here you got these particular cylinder heads, and we're going to show you some differences. As you see, the Renegades, they're much thicker casting. You have a lot of meat in the areas of this cylinder head. They're heavier than the Enforcers. You can see some of the areas here straight through. There's nothing there on the Renegades that's beefed up. As far as, let me pause it so I can flip it over. As far as the top, you can see the Renegades have a much more beefier valve train, bolt section versus the Enforcers. So in my opinion, if you're going to be, using boost, I would say anything over, 15 PSI. If you're going to be using, heavy nitrous, anything over, 200, 250 shot, I would go with the Renegades, but I would get the Renegades ported, send it to us to get them ported further. Anything less than that, you can go with the Enforcers. The Enforcers, as you see, they flow very well. They're a good head, and they can take a lot of power. So there you go. Both of these heads are quality heads. The Renegades are about 2,100. Right now, currently, you can get these Enforcer Stage 2 ported by us for less than the Renegades. So it gives you guys some options. Beefier unit here, economical, great flow in there. You make the choice. See you guys at the track.